All right, today's lesson is we're reviewing what we did on Friday, which was problem solving using logical reasoning, okay? Logical reasoning, don't get wigged out over these big words, okay? Man, it's been raining outside. Should we go outside for recess?
Yes.
I know you're saying yes, but should we?
Yes.
No. That's logical reasoning. To where you're saying, no, we shouldn't because it's raining outside. You're making sense out of what is going on. Okay? Now, it has been raining on and off, and it's supposed to rain more on and off today and tomorrow. But logical reasoning, you guys are learning about Mr. Mink and Mrs. Galley, that if you're missing recess today and tomorrow, what's going to happen? Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you may get extra recess because you missed it today and tomorrow. Okay, I don't know about tomorrow, but it's supposed to rain again. There's supposed to be a cold front coming through. This is using logical reasoning. Okay, I told you before, if there's a fire at the door, are we going out that door in a fire drill? No. In fact, we're supposed to go out the back door, but say there's a fire out there. Say there's some sort of a forest fire or something out there. Are we going out that door? No. We're going to go a different route. And you're going to have to pay attention to me. That's part of the reason why you have to be quiet during the fire drill. But that's logical reasoning. Okay? In the active shooter on campus, this is one that I went over with Officer Friendly. In our minds, as teachers and as students, we are going to be running away from the shooter. Okay? Police officers, they have a different mindset because it's their job. We're running away, they're running to the active shooter. Okay? That's the logical reasoning in there. I mean, it's almost like instinct that somebody's shooting a gun, you're going to go that way. You're going to go the opposite way. Get away from it. Okay? So this is the logical reasoning. Now, they did logical reasoning with 3 presidents: Washington, Madison, and Lincoln. Lincoln was one of the tallest presidents we've ever had. Just like Bishop Parks is one of the tallest bishops we've ever had. Okay? On a side note, his brother, Bishop Parks' brother, is becoming a bishop somewhere north of here. I'd have to look it up to find out, but that's happening. But you had the 3 presidents: Washington, Madison, Jefferson. Huh? Lincoln. Washington was the first president. Madison was the 4th president. And Lincoln, I think, was 16. Okay? 15, 16?
It was 16.
16.
No, it was
Okay? Now, it tells their heights. Does it matter what rank president they were? No. Just because it's a number and it's in there, don't go using it. Don't try to use it. This is where this lesson is wanting you to read and understand what they're asking. What is the question? You know, you get this paragraph or you get 3 or 4 sentences. What is the question that's being asked? Once you find that out, then you have a way to figure things out. And you're also going to look and find out what information is in here that I don't need to know, that doesn't matter in finding the answer to this. Okay? Because sometimes just because numbers are there doesn't mean that you have to use them. there's other numbers that you do have to use, which are the heights. Okay? And in this case, they use centimeters, not yards, feet, inches, all of that. So make sure that you are reading through to find the information that you need. Now, today, Riley, today you are going to have 2 pages that are more practice, and they do that with these word problem ones. There's still 8 problems. It takes a little while to write a whole problem, and so it takes more space. Whereas before you had 12 problems with the short ones. So the first part is more practice. You have 2 pages, 11 problems. Then you have 2 pages of homework, the homework page, the purple one. You're gonna have 2 pages there, but you only have 8 questions. There's 4 on one page, 4 on the other. And they're word problems. Read through them. What are they asking? Now, when you are finished with that, I want you to do MobyMax math. I went through while I was in the other class and looked. Pay attention. It's about to talk about you. I went through and looked at your ranking and from where you took your placement test and where it placed you. And then I looked at who's improved. Luke Spence is already improved 0.4 of a grade. Okay? There are other people in here. There was one person in the other class that's moved up 1/10 of a grade. And I think there was like 4 or 5 in here. Christian, I think you were one. There was Liam, I think was another one. I remember seeing your names in there. They've moved up 1/10 of a grade level. Okay? I can see where you have finished certain strands. And in the other class, I pointed out to them, there are people in here that are doing plane figures. There are people doing addition with unknowns. There is someone in the other class that's doing decimals to the thousandths. I think Christian, you're doing shapes. Yeah. Okay? Everybody has different places where you were put in, so nobody's doing the same things. And it's trying to pick up where you're at and get you better at math. Okay? Now, when you are doing MobyMax math, okay? Luke Spence came up to me, somebody else came up to me and said, Mr. Mink, I'm having a problem with this. Up at the top, you gotta have your iPad up and down, like this. And up at the top, there's a video camera. And if you hit on that, it's going to go through and show you what to do. Okay? Now, it's a tutorial. You can come back and see me, but try that first, because you can do this stuff at home too. If your parents are saying, I need you to do something with math or do some homework, or they want you doing something, that's what you can do. And it will tell you what to do. If you still don't understand, come back and see me. I'll help you. Okay? Even though we're not doing that right now, because Kane came back with questions on multiplying and dividing fractions. Okay? I helped him. He picked it up real quick and went right on with it. Okay? And that's how you're learning. And that's how you're going to advance yourself. I can't have a lesson that goes over shapes for the whole class because the whole class isn't having problems with it. Okay? But Christian is getting that extra help in that area that he needs, getting it done. Each of you is the same way with where you are placed. Okay? So take your time, go through it, do it, all right? And move on with it. All right, so you have 4 pages in the workbook. You also have IXL P6 to do, and then MobyMax.